Welcome to the Six Hockey pregame show. I'm Thomas West alongside Liam Crothers for this game tonight between the Toronto Junior Canadiens and the Vaughan Kings. And Liam, both of these teams coming off big wins. The Junior Canadiens, a 6-0 win over the Red Wings, and the Vaughan Kings, a 7-2 win over the Senators. What can we say about the offenses of these two teams tonight?
Well, 2 wins straight counts as a win streak in my book, and both offenses need to be relied upon quite a bit because a lot of players on these teams are capable of scoring, but they can't do it alone. And we're going to see some lines in this game that aren't necessarily all skill, but they're all players that can contribute in different facets of the game.
Let's talk about those offensive lines first for the Toronto Junior Canadiens. Who are you keeping your eye on tonight? What line stands out to you?
Well, for the Junior Canadiens, I want to look at this line, and it's the centerpiece here is Anthony Romani, easily. He's got an elite shot. He's a tremendously strong offensive player, and he's playing with two guys that around him that are able to fish pucks out of tough areas. They're in along the boards. They can get themselves in front of the net, set themselves up. Romani, we talk about his shot, but he's a strong playmaker as well, not afraid to move the puck around. Lorenza and Pinelli are both guys that are going to look to feed Romani if this offense wants to be able to succeed.
And this is a really good, potentially top in the GTHL Junior Canadiens team. So what line is going to be able to match that offensive level for the Vaughan Kings?
And we see something similar here. The centerpiece here is Giacomo Martino. Maybe a little bit more skill on the part of Luciano Sopino. He's got a little bit more playmaking ability than the other line that we looked at for the Junior Canadiens. But Martino is the sneaky goal scorer on this line. It's going to be Romani for the Junior Canadiens. And for the Kings, it's going to be Martino Jackson Mayo, a body on this line that's able to throw his weight around. He's not afraid to lay a hit to try to separate the player from the puck. And both of these guys working around Martino are going to be able to feed him if this team wants to be successful as well.
And Giacomo Martino, a guy you don't always think at. He's not necessarily in the top prospect rankings, but boy, he'll score 20 goals a year, and that'll really jump up on you quickly.
Well, and it's typically a quiet night. You don't usually notice him, and then you look at the score sheet, and all of a sudden he's got 2 points. Where did those come from? Maybe a John Tavares. I'm not trying to put those lofty expectations on him, but he plays a quiet game. He's not outward. His emotion isn't, always on display. He doesn't lay a big hit. He doesn't have a tremendous shot, but he puts himself in a position to succeed. And, there's a credit to guys who are able to go quietly under the radar while still being able to put up points.
And it will be a tough task for the defensive side of things tonight for both teams. We'll start with the Toronto Junior Canadiens.
This is a fun pairing for the Junior Canadiens, Vaccari and Wilson. Darren Wilson, first off, he is a tremendous defensive player that doesn't always stick to defense. It's fun to see him jump up a little bit. Doesn't do it at the rate of some of the other players that you'll see on this back line for the Junior Canadiens. And Vaccari, he's strong in his own end. Both of these guys are capable of shutting teams down. They make zone entries very difficult, and we'll see that if the Junior Canadiens want to be able to shut down that high pressure that the Vaughan Kings like to play. They break in very quickly, and both of those guys are able to limit zone entries.
And for the Vaughan Kings, which line are you looking to for them?
It's going to be Lanni and Geyer. We talk about Geyer's defense all the time. He's an enforcer. He's a big body. But he's not afraid to put a shot on every now and again. It's not something you'll see him do that often. But when he puts it towards the net, good things happen. And Lanni is a guy who will operate on that first power play unit. It's him and Anselmo Rego. They'll work the puck along the blue line. But he's the play driver on defense for these guys. He's a very smart player. He can keep the puck in. And he puts the puck on net. And typically when he's doing that, good things happen as well.
If we look at the comparison between these two lines, obviously Darren Wilson and Vaccari are more on the defensive side of things. Geyer is known as being a shutdown guy, but he's got a pretty good and kind of a sneaky shot as well.
Yeah, and I think if you're the Junior Canadiens defensive pair that we looked at, a lot of the game is focused on, sticking to the defense. You got plenty of offensive talent on this Junior Canadiens team that's able to drive the play for themselves. So your job is to shut things down. We looked at one of the lines for the Vaughan Kings, and it's not necessarily all top-end skill for their forward group. So sometimes the defense is relied on a little bit more to get things going for them.
Let's take a look at the goaltending side of things. Who we got starting in net tonight?
It's going to be Mason Vaccari and Josh Branton. And Vaccari, he's a fun guy. He likes to make the big saves. Every once in a while, one will get past him, but he's able to usually rein things in after that. Josh Branton on the other side, he's very steady. He's methodical. After every whistle, he does the same thing. Drink of water, makes his way from right to left along the crease. He's solid in his positioning. He's tough to beat when he's on his game, and it's hard to shake him off of his game because he's usually in good position to stop the puck.
Yeah, we've certainly been impressed with the play of Josh Branton so far for the Junior Canadiens. Tall task tonight for the Vaughan Kings as they're taking on a strong and offensive Junior Canadiens team. Puck drop is just moments away from Thomas West and Liam Crothers. We'll talk to you in a bit. Welcome to the Westwood Arena. I'm Thomas West alongside Liam Crothers, and a battle of two top teams today, the Vaughan Kings taking on the Toronto Junior Canadiens.
Yeah, and this one looks to be a fun matchup. The Junior Canadiens and the Kings, both with a lot of offensive potential and an interesting goalie matchup as well. We'll get into that as this one rolls on. It'll be fun for sure.
Mason Vaccari between the pipes, and he's going to have to defend a rush early on from the Junior Canadiens as they win the draw. The puck is played back down into the corner. A hit from behind early on, and this is something we've seen quite a bit, an early penalty, and this is going to be a chance for the Junior Canadiens to get on the board early.
I mean, that's just an undisciplined penalty. I don't really think there's a reason for Geyer to be getting into a situation like that. You can see there he was able to get position on the body, but unfortunately it lays the cross-check into the back, and whether that's boarding or whether that's cross-checking, he'll spend 2 minutes or less in the box, and the Junior Canadiens looking to capitalize on an early power play.
And Josh Branton as well, the starting goalie on the other end, as the play is taken all the way back down to the other end of the ice, and Branton having to make a save early on there. But right back out are the Junior Canadiens once again, finding their way into the zone. Kallela defending in front of the net, coming out to push that puck ahead, and a good clear there once again. And not unlike Kallela to see strong D, especially on this penalty kill, as he's been doing so well this season. And the Junior Canadiens now having a bit of trouble trying to break out of their own zone. Now they will. Through center ice once again. In the corner now, trying to play it out front. And nothing going yet for the Junior Canadiens. This power play just about done as the puck is behind the net of Branton. Breaking out from behind his own net. Guo. Behind the net once again. Played back to the point now, and that one's going to come all the way back down the ice. Just one shot on goal on the power play for the Junior Canadiens.
Great job defensively so far from the Kings.
Rago playing that puck into the zone. Now he'll just chip it in. Maybe getting a line change. Still killing the penalty here as we see four defenders trying to kill this one off. Just about done. Puck is played all the way back down. Splendid penalty kill so far. That was Callow shooting that puck down. The players tripped up in the corner. Go took his man down. Back in the zone once again. Pass across. Harding in front of the net, and they score. 1-0 Junior Canadiens. A nice pass in front of the net from McNamara, and Harding gets them on the board early.
And the credit to McNamara there. He goes end to end. A great little move to get around his defender, and he sets up Harding beautifully in front of the net. And I think there'd be some questions if Harding wasn't able to finish this one off. You can see he cuts through his defenders, waits for the pass opportunity right past Callow, and they're able to capitalize with 4 white shirts on the ice for the Kings.
Yeah, Callow's stick was in the lane there, but McNamara just able to get that one through. Puck played back once again, D to T. Malkhassian, that one's going to be kept in at the line. And a whistle. Already 5 shots on goal, an offensive showing so far from the Junior Canadiens as they lead 1-0, face-off 1 by the Kings. Puck played back in. Streetsy watches that one go all the way down the ice, and this may be an icing.
Yep, and the linesman pointing to the right side of Vaccari. That's where the boys will line up. And a very quick start from the Canadiens so far. And we've seen the Kings get themselves into penalty trouble in a couple of other games, and it's come back to bite them so far.
Barrett gets thrown into the draw. Rago, or not, it's Fair, going to come in to take it for him. He loses it. Puck played back down to the point now. Right back out in front. Harding gets it at the point. Already has a goal in this game. Malkhassian down low. Puck chipped down once again. Sturge is in there. Kallela as well. Sturge now bringing it down. Turns it over. Shot fired on net. Nice save by Vaccari. Loose in front of the net. And Malkhassian just got a shot on net, but Vaccari is there to make the save.
And Malkhassian, not the biggest guy on the ice, but he's very, very deceptive. He's able to get into spots where he gets behind the defense, and right there he was on the doorstep, tried to knock the puck down, but as Vaccari slid to his right, he knocked the net off its moorings.
Yeah, and he's got a great set of hands too. Definitely compensates for not being the biggest guy on the ice. The face-off is won by the Junior Canadiens, but taken away by the Vaughan Kings. Into the corner now. Working with it behind the net. Callow is at the point waiting for a pass. Doesn't get to him. Jackson Mayo out there getting an early shift as well. Callow keeps the puck in. Supino is behind the net. Still battling for the puck. Luciano Supino has that one poked out by him. Callow trying to defend this rush. Puck played in once again right to the middle, and that puck's just wide of Vaccari. Right in front of the net was Luca Pinelli. If you recognize that name, has an older brother playing the OHL right now, trying to follow in his brother's footsteps. One of the top prospects on the Junior Canadiens. Puck is played all the way back in, tied up at the boards in the feet of the referee. Rago is going to play that one into the middle. Jackson Mayo plays it back in front, and they score. Denver Geyer the shot, and it got through Josh Branton, and the Kings have leveled this game at 1.
And Geyer, the benefactor of some good offensive work there from his teammates. The puck gets fished out. You can see tipped away, looks for his opportunity, throws that thing on net. And I don't think Branton ever saw that. He had a lot of bodies in front of him, red shirts and white shirts alike. And just like that, the Kings have tied this game up at 1.
Yeah, McIsaac was in there, Jackson Mayo. And McNamara was right in front of the net too, not helping on the screen as well of Josh Branton. A 1-1 game on just the third shot of the game from the Vaughan Kings. Puck is in the end of the Junior Canadiens trying to break it out. They can. But it's turned over, flipped back into the D. Ferris putting some pressure on there. Now behind the net, Branton has that one come right back out in front. And what a nice little glove save there. McIsaac was in there for the tip. But a nice stop by Branton.
And putting a little bit more on that glove stop with the windmill. Always nice to see when the goaltender gets into it because he's trying to fire his boys up a little bit. Didn't really see that first goal, not necessarily his fault. Proven that when he sees the puck, he's going to be able to stop it.
So we see Cole Barrett going wide there, probably looking for a one-time pass. Rago is going to take the draw, win it right to where Barrett would have been, but he skated back. And now the puck has flipped all the way back down. A bit of danger on this shot here. Vaccari makes the save. It goes down low. Out in front again, and Rago, a nice job to defend and get his team going south once again. Or I guess that would be north, going up the correct side for the Vaughan Kings. Puck is played back down low once again. In the corner, Sturge plays it back out. Puck is flipped up once again. Junior Canadiens trying to break this one out through the middle once again. Shot on Vaccari and looked like it was blocked in front of the net. Rago is in there once again. Shot fired up. Blocker saved by Vaccari. Right back out in front, a shot, and once again it was blocked. Looked like Cole Barrett there. Puck is played all the way down the ice. And once again we're going to get a whistle.
Some effective work in the offensive zone from the Junior Canadiens. They've been able to move the puck around and set up shots between the hash marks. See here Vaccari with a big save, and as the puck comes around, they look for that pass out in front, and that puck tipped just wide. A good job by the Vaughan Kings defense to get to that puck before it got to Vaccari.
Pinelli is in there to take the draw for the Junior Canadiens, and now the forward of the Kings being kicked out. Jackson Mayo is going to try and win this one. Face-off won by the Junior Canadiens and Pinelli. Shot there, and a nice save right into the breadbasket of Vaccari. Shot there from Christian McCary. So he stays out there and is playing D. Luca Pinelli is going to take this draw again. He won the last one against Jackson Mayo. See if he can do it again, and he does. Play back to the point. McCary. Over the wing, Malkhassian. Now into the middle once again. Malkhassian gets it back into the corner. Played down low, Malkhassian trying to get that one to the front of the net. Bit of offensive zone pressure here from the Junior Canadiens, but now it's going to be brought out by the Kings. Through center ice, tied up. Jackson Mayo takes his man down, no call. Puck played into the corner now. Right out front, and a dangerous play in front of the net, defended well there by the Junior Canadiens, and they're going back the other way. Puck is flipped up in the air by Anthony Romani, and he's going to get a line change for his D. Rago creating some havoc in the corner. Puck flipped around. Kings will gain control of this one. Looks like it's Callow down low, battling for the puck. McIsaac's going to come back and play D, covering for Callow. Puck flipped in once again. Behind the net. Fair. Battling for the puck, loses it. Back out. The Junior Canadiens are going to gain possession once again. Puck flipped up. Nice little move around a defender there, and the Kings are going to gain the zone. Puck played back once again. Rago has that one go past him. Certainly an improvement for since the first couple minutes for the Vaughan Kings, as that puck is played all the way down the ice. And another whistle, and the Junior Canadiens came out to a hot start in this game, but Vaughan has played better of late, you have to say, in this first period.
Yeah, and they've had the run of play, and as we've seen from them before, they like to get the puck down low, and Anselmo Rago is a big part in keeping that puck down below the red line, setting up opportunities for his teammates. We'll see him on the left side of the draw here.
Rago comes in to try and win this draw, get it back to Barrett. Barrett will chase it into the corner. Junior Canadiens trying to break their way out once again. Cho is the defender there for the Junior Canadiens. Battling forward in the corner, but he's going to lose that battle to a Vaughan King forward behind the net. Rago plays it right back out in front. Couldn't find his man there. Puck played into the corner, throwing up through center ice, a race for it now. And it's all the way into the corner. Shot there, that one's going to go well wide of Vaccari. Wasn't tested much there. Colella behind the net, looking for the puck. Loses it momentarily. Straitsy is going to pick it up and finally get the puck out for the Vaughan Kings as it's backhanded in by Rago. A line change for the Vaughan Kings now. Martino out there with Sapino. And Lanni's going to have that one get by him. And all the way down the ice, Vaccari will play that one around. A bit fortunate there for the Kings. Back out in front. Shot there just wide of the net. Knocking on the doorstep with a Junior Canadian forward. And now a long shot from McCary. And that one's going to be blockered over the glass.
In the start of that play, you look at Finn Harding on the back end. He finds his man with a stretch pass up the middle. Unfortunately, it's not able to be corralled, but so far Harding has made his impact felt with a goal in this one, and in his own zone, he's looked very capable.
Yeah, and remember as well, Finn Harding playing defense found himself in a really good place. No one expecting him to be on that far side, and McNamara was like, perfect. Take that pass right in front of the net, wide open net, so smart play by him, stepping up at a good time there. He's trying to pinch at the line. Was McCary. In the corner once again. Now he'll battle for the puck with a couple of Vaughan Kings. Still behind the net of Josh Branton. Right in front, and Branton will cover that one up.
It's been a little chippy so far, and with Vaughan taking that penalty early on, they've cleaned things up since then. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe another penalty called pretty soon. We've seen both of these teams go at it. Some loose sticks, some broken sticks. This is an interesting pace to set the game so far.
And full line changes now for both teams as Lorenza comes on late, and the Vaughan Kings will counter with the Nathan Fair line, Lanni on D. Lorenza's going to win that draw pretty easily, the only guy on the dot really there. Puck battled for and won momentarily by the Junior Canadiens. Wilson is going to flip that puck out through center ice. Lorenza, pass there, shot blocked in front of the net, still loose. And a good breakout play there by the Vaughan Kings. Play back in once again, Nathan Fair trying to get the puck in the zone, can't quite do it. In front of the net, there was a shot, looked like it was blocked in front. Sturzy, nice job on that play. Puck fired back down, once again blocked and cleared all the way down the ice. The arm of the referee is up. This could be for icing, and I believe it will be.
Come back to the right side of Mason Vaccari, and so far I've seen the Vaughan Kings get themselves into the shooting lanes. That shot total right now for the Junior Canadiens 15, but I'm sure Vaccari would have had to face a lot more if he hadn't had his players in the right position to block a couple of those opportunities.
Seema's on now and battling for the puck behind the net. Knocked down there, fired just wide. Might have been a toe save there by Vaccari. It's breaking out the other way are the Kings. In the zone behind the net of Branton. Play back up, Supino at the boards. Keeps the puck in and chases it all the way down low. Out in front, chipped on net, and Branton covers it up. Well, just some end-to-end play so far, but Josh Branton has done a good job. Every puck that's been in the crease, he's been able to gobble up.
Yeah, and it's important for a goaltender to recognize where his opportunities are and get those stops to get the line changes, settle the pace of the game down as well.
And that's important for Josh Branton as well, because it is a battle between the pipes for who's getting the starting job. Rizzo and Branton's split a lot of the time for the Junior Canadiens, as Malkhassian is going to have that puck go through his legs, but he maintains possession of the puck, but not for long enough, as it's taken the other way. Rago flips it up to his man in the center of the ice. Rago throwing it all the way back to the point. Shot on net, and a glove save once again by Branton.
You mentioned the goaltending tandem here. For the Junior Canadiens, it's pretty much as important as it is for the other side. We see with the Vaughan Kings, Cole Stevens is that backup, but maybe there's less pressure. You know, you're coming in every 5 days, but that's Vaccari's net. If you're Josh Branton or Antonio Rizzo, you know that whatever start you get, you have to play well, because you know that the guy that's, your opposite number is going to be vying for your spot.
Yeah, pretty much an equal chance to get ice time with Mason Vaccari. If you have one bad game, the coach still has trust in you, but when you have two great goalies, like the Junior Canadiens do, it's a matter of who's hot. And so far, it's been a good performance from Branton. 1 goal on 10 shots, and that one's fired just wide of the net. And it looks like that one went up over the glass.
Malkhassian doing a good job to sneak in there. We mentioned his name earlier. He's very smart. He's able to put himself in a position to succeed. Obviously not being the biggest guy on the ice, you can't force your way to the net like a Stefan Forgione can for the Vaughan Kings. A very smart player is Malkhassian.
Martino to take the draw. He's got Nathan Fair there on his wing for the Vaughan Kings as Junior Canadiens forward is kicked out. Martino wins it. Back behind the net. Now he's going to try and look for a stretch pass. Turned over potentially in the zone. Now played back out. Nathan Fair has that one chipped by him and into the bench area. So the faceoff will come back in the zone of the Vaughan Kings. Giacomo Martino looking to try and get the Vaughan Kings a leader on this team. Not the biggest guy, but he's got quite a bit of speed, a good shot, nice hands. As another whistle, and it looks like that one was played with a high stick, so it's going to be a face-off once again to the left of Vaccari.
And as this pace is ground to a halt here, we've had a couple of quick stoppages. It was open play going both ways for both teams early on, and it's since slowed itself down here.
3:48 to go in the first period. Puck is behind the net, fired all the way back down the ice. And if this one makes it down, it'll be an icing. And it does. So another face-off, and a bit of a tired group probably out there for the Vaughan Kings now. Ben McIsaac was one of the guys in front of the net that was a big part of the Geyer goal, screening Branton, as that shot is fired on net. And that's something that we haven't seen too much in this game, Liam. It's everything that Vaccari has seen in the last couple minutes. There's been no traffic in front of the net. He's had a pretty easy save of it.
Yeah, and it's been different for Branton on the other side, because on that one goal, you can't really fault him. Didn't see the puck all that well, but he's played well when he has seen the puck.
And Vaccari a little bit over anxious there on that right leg, is going to kick the net off. So another face-off in the defensive zone of the Vaughan Kings. They'll keep that line out there of McIsaac, Martino, and Nathan Fair. Carson Rakoff, a top prospect, will take the draw for the Junior Canadiens. Scrum in the center of the ice now is going to be throwing back down. All the way back to the end, sticked away there by Vaccari. Malkhassian down low. Luca Pinelli out there as well. Malkhassian, Pinelli, and Carson Rakoff, a strong top line for the Junior Canadiens, as we're going to get another whistle here.
Yeah, and the Junior Canadiens defense so far, they've done a great job of keeping the puck in there. We saw a couple of draws in the offensive zone for them. Darren Wilson on the backhand has played well, and he's one of those guys that this Junior Canadiens team is going to look for to try to anchor things on the blue line.
Face-off won by the Junior Canadiens. And played back out there. A nice hand-eye play there from the defenseman of the Vaughan Kings. Played in once again and tripped up. The arm of the referee does go up as Bruno can't quite get a touch on that puck. It might be a power play here for the Vaughan Kings coming up. Rago plays it down low. Rago working it back in. Backhand shot to the front of the net. And another one fired on. And finally Branton will cover it up.
The Kings have done a good job of getting traffic in front of the net. And, maybe you have to look towards the defense of the Junior Canadiens. They've played well in the offensive zone, but in the defensive zone, maybe the positioning not the greatest. It's another play for Branton where he's got to see through a couple of shirts in order to make a stop.
Yeah, so there was no call on that play. Rago wins the face-off and plays it down low. Now the Toronto Junior Canadiens will break their way back out, flipped up through center ice. That one's going to get past a defender there and at center ice, and another whistle. Jackson Mayo getting quite a bit of ice time here in this first period. For the Vaughan Kings, he's out there now. Puck played back into the zone and all the way down the ice. And an icing call.
And you mentioned Jackson Mayo. This is his first year with the Vaughan Kings. Coach Peter Sarno, as the year has gone on, has gotten more and more comfortable playing him in different scenarios, offensively, defensively, when they need to stop, and even when they need a goal. Didn't feature a lot early on, but it's obvious that he's been able to crack his way into the lineup.
Yeah, he's really improved quickly as Giacomo Martino will take the draw since the first time we got a look at this Vaughan Kings team. Puck played back in once again, fired just wide of the net of Branton. Down low, Kalela. Battle for it in the corner. Sopino in there as well. Puck flipped out through center. Zima drops it back right to the front of the net. Chance in front. Riemann. Oh, what a toe save there. Vaccari, a big stop late in the first period, and it remains 1-1. Played down low once again. Now the Junior Canadiens bringing it back out, trying to keep the pressure on. Played into the center. A couple players collide there. Finn Harding colliding with his forward, and it's all the way back down to the other end. And a shot there, and it's covered up by Josh Branton.
You mentioned Finn Harding. Bit of a miscommunication there coming over the blue line. This Junior Canadiens team has so many defensemen that are able to play up in a forward position. Darren Wilson is capable of doing that. We've seen Harding get involved. James Guo also has the ability to do that. A lot of versatility on that back line.
Callow dumps that one into the corner. Possession retained by the Vaughan Kings. And another whistle. This is going to be a penalty, right?
Yeah, it looks to be a boarding penalty coming up here. And I believe it is going to go against the Junior Canadiens, pending the confirmation of that. I mean, not a great play along the boards. We've seen that things have gotten a little chippy in those dirty areas so far, and it's a key for a young player to be able to control himself in those positions. You want to win the puck and you want to be able to cycle possession, but you don't want to commit an infraction doing so.
So Rago playing the point as he usually does. Barrett, Giacomo Martino, and McIsaac out there as well. 4 forwards on this power play, and having to get back there is Rago as the Junior Canadiens bring it back the other way. Cole Barrett flipping that puck in, and now turned back the other way. An early couple seconds killed off here by the Junior Canadiens as the Vaughan Kings still trying to set up on this power play. It is played back into the zone. Puck flipped back out. Cole Barrett trying to hold the puck in. Trying to get some zone time here are the Kings as the puck is played all the way back down the ice once again. As Malkhassian comes out, Bruno as well, killing this penalty. Malkhassian will pressure the puck carrier there. And the Vaughan Kings player will get past him. Rago, that is. Rago working his way in. Fires a shot. Pad save there by Branton. Straitsy playing it down low. Rago as well. Vacating his position at the point to try and get a goal here as he plays it back to the point. Flips up over the stick of Andrew Lanni. Puck thrown back around and all the way down the ice, and another whistle signaling the end of the first period. 1-1 between the Kings and the Junior Canadiens.
Well, it's been a fun one so far, and with this most recent man advantage, Anselmo Rago trying to do his best. We've seen him be effective on the power play so often, but Finn Harding and Darren Wilson, Harding especially, played pretty much that entire sequence down a man, and it's obvious how important he is for the Canadiens' back line.
So the Junior Canadiens converting on that power play, but how about the play of Finn Harding down low, a defenseman joining the rush? What a smart play by him.
I mean, he's a puck mover, he's physical, he's a big kid, and he's going to grow into his body, and it's obvious that the hockey IQ is there, and for a defenseman, it's important to be able to pick your spots because you don't want to jump up and end up getting caught out. He's been very, very good with his positioning so far. I've liked what I've seen.
And the scouting report on Finn Harding says he's not the best skater, but he certainly did a good job of it on that play, so definitely maybe some improvement since the beginning of the season in that area of his game that he showed right there as the puck is flipped back out by the Junior Canadiens. Josh Branton was down, had to make a save there. Puck played back once again, turning in the corner as the forward of the Junior Canadiens, held in at the line by Wilson. Pinelli from behind the net shoots on Vaccari, who makes the save. Vaccari really has a knack for making those big saves, and he'll keep the Kings in the games all the time. Puck played through the middle. Rago, fair that is, fires a shot high and wide of the net. And with Mason Vaccari, it's great. He makes all the big saves. It's kind of just a matter of consistency for him.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things that the scouts will point out is that he has the ability to make the big saves. We saw that incredible toe save and coming around the net there, he makes the stop as well. It's the little things, it's the easy saves that he should be making that sometimes can sneak past him, and those can really break the back of a team that's really being held in it by their goaltender.
But he certainly does have the talent, and he showed it on numerous occasions this game as Josh Branton has to be sharp to cover that puck up.
And great play from both goaltenders since those early goals. And I mean, we mentioned Branton not being able to see that first one, and since then being very, very solid. This shapes up to be a very interesting game between the two goaltenders.
Yeah, everything he's seen, he's gobbled up. There's been no rebound. But that's definitely a note as well for the Vaughan Kings. You get traffic in front of the net. That's how you're going to score goals in this game, and that's how the only goal that they've got so far has gone in. Shot there, and McIsaac fired that one. Looks like it went just wide. Sturge plays it down low. Jackson Mayo battling for the puck. McIsaac in there as well. Puck played all the way back around. Canadiens should be able to clear this one out. No, they can't. Nice job to hold it at the line momentarily, and finally Giacomo Martino is just going to have to fire that puck back into the zone. Cough up possession there to the Junior Canadiens. Back through center ice. Shot fired, blocker save by Vaccari. Played back once again. Potentially a break. Giacomo Martino working his way up. Jackson Mayo out there as well. Now it's played back to the Junior Canadiens. On the boards, Cho is going to play that out. McNamara. Throwing it through center. That one's going to get by McNamara, and a couple Junior Canadiens are going to get a line change. Malkhassian's back out there. Puck play back. Malkhassian, nice play to cut that pass off. Good heads-up play. Gets it down low. Carson Rakoff trying to battle for the puck. Rakoff, Malkhassian out there creating havoc in the offensive zone right now for the Junior Canadiens, but it's played back out by the Vaughan Kings. And once again, looks like that puck might have been flipped over the glass, and a whistle.
And Luciano Supino doing a good job there in the neutral zone. We haven't mentioned his name yet, but he is a tremendous playmaker and a guy that can make an impact for this Vaughan Kings team in the offensive zone. And they're trying to set up a play break and creates an offensive zone draw.
It's not just the scoring that's good from Supino. It's really a playmaker scenario. He'll pass the puck to his teammates, distribute the puck well, and if he's not scoring one, he's setting someone up. As the puck is played back through the middle, kept in at the line momentarily by Denver Geyer, and another whistle. Denver Geyer getting the only goal for the Vaughan Kings, but Liam, he's another guy it's not just about his scoring. He's a fantastic defender.
Yeah, fantastic defensively, but has the tendency to get himself into some penalty trouble. We saw very early on he took an undisciplined penalty. And speaking of penalties, the Junior Canadiens are going to be down a man here for 2 minutes or less. I didn't quite catch the infraction, but the Vaughan Kings certainly an opportunity to try to get one past Branton.
McIsaac is going to be the guy at the point, and that one's going to get past him all the way down the ice. The Junior Canadiens have done a pretty good job of penalty killing so far. It's been difficult for the Vaughan Kings to try and set something up in the zone. Puck played back behind the net. Cole Barrett's going to pick that one up and try and break it through center ice. Still on it as he works into the corner now. Rago has it. Rago back to the point, trying to find a man. And Supino, who was streaking by, thrown back to the point once again. Shot there and saved by Branton. Dangerous chance out in front of the net. Streetsy just about had a shot there, and that one's just going to go wide, maybe blocked in front. Cole Barrett working on it, and it's cleared all the way back down the ice.
And Branton's been so good. Stops everything he's seen, but you look at the back line for the Junior Canadiens, it's either Finn Harding or Darren Wilson, and sometimes both. Those two players so key to this penalty kill for the Junior Canadiens.
Guo there trying to clear that puck out. Now he's going to get it all the way through center ice. Flip it up and into the zone. Good job penalty killing so far for the Junior Canadiens as they have an offensive opportunity. Big save once again by Vaccari. That was Guo firing that shot on net. Through the middle, McIsaac has that one go through his legs. Another chance to clear for the Junior Canadiens. They'll rag the puck for a bit. Now flip it all the way back down the ice. Past the outstretched stick of Giacomo Martino, and we're going to get another whistle here.
Tremendous on the penalty kill so far for the Junior Canadiens. The Vaughan Kings like to set that play up along the back line with Anselmo Rago playing it along to Lanni, but we've seen the tenacity, especially from Luca Pinelli and Nicholas Sima. They've been able to get into the passing lanes, close out the angle, and they've almost killed off this penalty here.
And Pinelli's another guy that has potential to go very early on in the OHL draft. Puck is played back once again through center ice, chipped up right to the middle, saved by Josh Branton. Giacomo Martino plays it back to the point. Trying to set something up here are the Vaughan Kings. McIsaac is down low. Martino has it once again. Working his way below the goal line, still has possession of the puck. This is 5-on-5, but it looks like a power play here from the Vaughan Kings. Down low, Jackson Mayo was in there. Now the puck is going to be played all the way through center ice. No one in particular, but picked up off the boards by a forward for the Junior Canadiens. Down low once again, played back out to the middle. Right in the middle, Cho will try and do a bit of a slap pass in front, looking for Sima. Martino throws the puck past his man, now chases it down in the corner. The big, tall Evan Cho will win the battle in the corner and get the puck back out. One-on-one developing here for the Junior Canadiens. Played back out in front, and might have been a save there from Vaccari. In the corner once again. Shot there, blocked. That was Rakoff. Rakoff gives it down low. Shot there, Malkhassian. Oh, and a few sticks went up there, but looks like that one just goes wide, covered up by Vaccari.
That play starts with Harding dumping it down low. The play along the wall by McNamara, throwing it out in front. An opportunity for Malkhassian. We've mentioned him a couple times, in the right place at the right time, and that's what makes him successful. We've seen that from smaller players in higher levels throughout the years. They have to be able to put themselves in positions to succeed because they can't just barrel their way through players.
I wasn't sure if Vaccari got a piece of that, but he absolutely did on the rebound. That's another great save from Vaccari as a shot there, and Rago is going to throw that one into Branton, who is on his post hard there and knocked the goal off. Rago, once again, we see it so often from him. He's just been all over the play today.
Yeah, and he has the ability to play up and back. As a forward and as a defenseman, he's got a lot of skill, he's got a lot of IQ, he's able to draw penalties because of his skating ability and the way that he handles the puck.
Denver Geyer is going to play the point there. Rago now the centerman. Yeah, and that's such a weapon as well, playing the point on the power play. He's made a couple good defensive plays on the power play as well, as the Junior Canadiens have done a good job killing it off. Denver Geyer has the goal. And he gets the puck at the point, fires a shot, glove save by Branton.
And that's what he's capable of doing. Obviously, that goal gave him some confidence. Geyer, not typically an offense-first player. He likes to throw the weight around as a defensive defenseman, but maybe that goal has sparked something in him because it's a good shot and a smart opportunity for him.
Yeah, he has a heavy shot, but I think his most valuable attribute is just being able to shut down another team. Puck played to the middle. That one goes right through the goal crease. I don't think Vaccari saw that one. Puck played back through center by McIsaac. Find his man Rago. Rago working with it in the corner. Battling for the puck. Rago plays it back to the point. Trying to get it to the front of the net. Just relentless battles there, and he's still on the puck. Played back. Nathan Fair throws it down low. McIsaac is in front of the net. Rago still on the puck. Now McIsaac on it. Working with it in the corner. Played down low. McIsaac works it back right to the front of the net. Good defensive play there by the Junior Canadiens as they'll finally get the puck out in a potential line change for the D. McNamara is going to go off there for the Junior Canadiens. Supino loses that one at the line. Martino, puck played back once again. 2-on-1 maybe for the Junior Canadiens, but the Kings will get back. Nice move there. Flip to the front of the net. Wrap around attempt. Diving across was Vaccari. Not sure if he got a piece of that or not. Junior Canadiens still have a shot there. Pad save by Vaccari. What a second period Vaccari has had in this game, as the Junior Canadiens have been putting on shots at a high rate throughout this game. Just one goal on Vaccari. Puck played through center, now behind the net of Josh Branton, who will glove that one easily, and a whistle.
And a fearless effort there by Andrew Lanni. As you can see here, he's going to dive across to help out his goaltender, who falls back over his stick. But if Lanni's not in the right position there, laying his body on the line, I think that puck might find its way through and into the back of the net. A tremendous defensive effort from him.
Yeah, credit that first save to Lanni. It was Vaccari on the second one. But Lanni, yeah, what a great defensive play getting back from the defenseman on the Vaughan Kings. Behind the net, McIsaac loses that one. McIsaac is at the point, just waiting for a pass, but it's still in the corner. Supino now gets it to McIsaac, who's pinching his way in, gets hammered there on the boards. Now it's played back through center ice. And McIsaac, without his stick, is now going to go grab one from the bench. Branton plays the puck down low. Throwing back out through center ice in the neutral zone come the Junior Canadiens. All the way back down. Chance here for the Vaughan Kings to try and turn one over. Can't quite do it. Now they do momentarily. Battle for it at the boards. Through center come the Junior Canadiens. Shot fired on high and wide of the net. Stays in play though. Through the neutral zone come the Vaughan Kings. Across the red line, breaking in. Jackson Mayo has it. Now loses it. McIsaac is going to dump that one back in. McIsaac, Mayo, Rago out there for the Kings. Through center ice once again. 2-on-1 potentially, and it was cut off by a defender there of the Kings. Play back in once again, staying on side of the Junior Canadiens. Shot fired wide of the net. Through center ice is that one rung all the way around the boards. Now McIsaac is going to be in there on the forecheck. Puck flicked up behind the net of Vaccari. Played out once again, Malkhassian. Throwing that one to the front of the net. Can't find a man though. Rago, another good defensive play as the forward. Throwing behind the net. All the way out down. In the corner. Puck all the way through center ice. Pass was just too long for Malkhassian, and that one goes all the way down the ice for an icing.
A long stretch without a whistle there. Both teams playing end-to-end. Some offensive chances for both sides. You mentioned Rago's name again. He's one of those players that announces his presence either offensively or defensively. And I mean, if he's not having a great night offensively with the hands or trying to set up his teammates, he's not going to miss his assignments on the back end. He's going to be able to cut plays off, and he's going to make sure that he takes the puck away from his man.
Martino loses that draw. It's pushed ahead by the Junior Canadiens as they break it out through center ice. Puck flipped up in the air. Bruno is battling for the puck. Bruno throws it right out through the middle, but good job by the Vaughan Kings positionally as they get it in. Streetsy playing it down low, knocked off there by Evan Cho, I should say, as he has used his body a couple of times very effectively down low. Good defender for the Junior Canadiens. Puck's played in. Streetsy loses it. Bruno is going to flip it out through center ice, get the puck back. Bruno playing it down low, right to the front of the net. Throwing around the boards. Played back through center ice. Down low once again. Vaccari was ready for that one, but it looked like it was blocked in front of the net. Nathan Fair battling for the puck. Chipped through center. Streetsy's just going to dump that puck back in. Cole Barrett will come on for him. Jackson Mayo as well. Puck throwing back all the way around the ice. A bit of a 2-on-3 here for the Junior Canadiens. Drop pass back to the front of the net. Vaccari, and it was tied up in the skates of Lanni in front of the net. Puck tried to be flipped to the middle there by Supino, but it'll go down low nevertheless. Back out in front, Supino in a good place at the right time, but just couldn't quite grab that pass. It was a little too far from Cole Barrett. Played down low. Shot there up high and rings all the way around the glass and back out.
There's been a couple of stretches here where the play hasn't really been able to get set up for either team. The pass is maybe just not there, and some of the puck bouncing scenarios aren't allowing these teams to get set up.
Played right to the middle once again. Shot there, backhand there by Pinelli. And right into the breadbasket of Vaccari. And yeah, Liam, I think we get a break here or we get a flood here later in the period, get some time for the coaches to talk to the players. It's probably going to be something like, we need to get more things to the net. We need to get more bodies in front of the net, more pucks to the net. Because right now it's a lot of shots from wide angles. Credit to the defense of both teams. It's a one-time shot, mishandled there. Cho now will fire that one down low. Played back out once again. Carson Rakop out there, top prospect for the Junior Canadiens. Played back in front, flicked up high. Down low once again. Malkhassian. Backhands the puck. Sema. Working with it, trying to bring it out front. Now plays it all the way back down low. Malkhassian on it again. Played back to the point, flicked in momentarily, keeping it in at the line as the defender of the Junior Canadiens. Played back once again, all the way across the D. Puck flips over McKirry's stick, but he got enough of it to keep the puck back in. Junior Canadiens, a lot of pressure here in the offensive zone, working it in. Malkhassian plays it to the front of the net, and getting hammered there was Rakop, but he was in a good place, but a good save by Vaccari. Back down low, and finally Vaccari will cover that one up.
And Kallela, some great work there in his goaltender's crease. No problem knocking his man off of his feet. And, you know, when you're a defender like he is, not a lot of fanfare coming up to this level. He played AA the year prior to this one, currently in AAA, and I think he's adjusted well to the speed of the game, and I think he's really made his mark as a strong defender here for the Vaughan Kings.
Yeah, and Kallela, there's room for improvement, sure, in a few areas, but boy, he has a lot of potential, and he plays very well. He's a good guy to have on the team. He'll score a few goals, and he's been great defensively. Kills penalties. Shot by Geyer. Tipped up in front of the net there by Streetsy. Back to the point now. Martino. Threw the puck down low. Now a battle for it in the corner. Streetsy's in there to try and get the puck back. Played back to the middle. Martino fired that one. Blocked in front of the net. Puck is still loose, but corralled by the Junior Canadiens as the puck is just too far for Bruno to come onto that one. Line change there. Lanni will get on the ice now as a puck off the back of the net, and Branton had to be careful there. Throwing all the way back down low, right into the middle. Shot fired, and blocker save by Vaccari. Puck is loose in front of the net. Another shot there. Finn Harding looking for his second of the game. Stopped by Vaccari.
With that shot, we see that Harding has the ability to put the puck on net. And I mean, he's featured in a couple of facets in this game so far. It's obvious why the head coach is so key on him, because he's such an important player for this team.
Yeah, absolutely is. As the puck is flipped back out through center ice. And Selmo Rago working with it, trying to get it to the middle, battling the puck through the zone. McIsaac played back down low again. Shot to the middle, Vaccari. Good positioning there to cut off the angle. Rago will pick it up again, loses it. Still in the possession of the Junior Canadiens. Sema at the point, shot fired on. Blocked by McIsaac. Or Vaccari, I should say. Puck played into the other end and all the way down the ice. And a whistle.
Yeah, and that'll do it here for the second period. And we had mentioned before that the flood happens in between periods number 2 and 3. And it's important for both of these teams to be able to refresh and get a strong start to the third period, because the play got a little bit sloppy there towards the end of the frame.
Well, a 1-1 game, and Liam, not much happening as we see on the score sheet for the second period.
Yeah, not a ton of shots either way. Not a lot of opportunities for either team to put the puck on net. Been some block shots. There have been some missed opportunities. We'll see if either team can clean things up here and try to take the lead in the third.
We're all set to go here now for the third period of play. A 1-1 tie between the Kings and the Junior Canadiens. Something's got to change, though, in this third period if someone's going to win this one.
Well, and you got to think that with the flood in between the second and the third frame, these teams will be refreshed to be able to execute their game plans a little bit more effectively, because we saw some sloppy play there towards the end of the second period, some missed passes, the puck bouncing over sticks, and I wonder who takes advantage of this of the fresh legs on the bench.
Well, we'll see what happens in the third period. Shots are 28-22 for the Junior Canadiens, who have dictated some of the pace offensively, I would say, but it's been pretty even if you're talking about zone time, how much pressure they've been putting on the offensive zone. Faceoff was won by the Vaughan Kings, but now it's taken back the other way by the Junior Canadiens. Into the zone once again. Shot fired up high and a goal. Luc McNamara rips one over the glove side of Vaccari. And just like that, out of the locker room, it's 2-1.
Well, McNamara's been involved in all 3 goals so far. He was key in creating the opportunity for Harding at the start of the game. An unfortunate screen against his goaltender, and on this one, a tremendous solo effort, and he picks the corner over Vaccari's left shoulder. I mean, a great job to bust through the zone there, splits the defense, and a great finish. He's been a very important part of their offense so far.
Oh, nothing Vaccari can do. That's just a great shot. As a nice play there on the fresh ice by Fair to work his way past the defender. Puck played down low once again. Streetsy battling for it. Now he gets it back. Backhand shot to the middle, and a save once again by Branton.
Well, we had mentioned the fresh legs coming into this period, and it's obvious that they're paying dividends so far. Both teams with some really good chances, and the Junior Canadiens able to capitalize on their opportunity. And you have to think, with the way that the Kings have played to start this period, they're going to get some chances as well.
Yeah, you can already tell there was some influence in the locker room between how each team wanted to play. They're getting to the front of the net. They're getting these kind of chances like we didn't see before. Now the puck is played back in front momentarily. Vaccari almost able to get that one played back once again. Malkhassian throwing it to the middle blindly, but it was right to his man there. And Pinelli in front once again. Malkhassian will go into the corner to try and dig it out. Played back. Throwing around the boards. Kept in. Malkhassian flicking that one up, and now it's going to be shot out by the Vaughan Kings, and a break for the 3 offensive players for them, the forwards. Fair battling for in the corner. Martino is going to play that one all the way around. Down low once again. Working it behind the net is Supino. Sturge is in there, flipping that puck in. Jackson Mayo is going to cover for him on defense and keep it in. Well done there by Jackson Mayo. Sturge back to his position defensively through center ice. Kings still have possession. Sturge throwing it over to his defense partner, who will break in, working his way down low. Supino. Rago back to Supino down low. Jackson Mayo on it. Supino. Puck is on the back of the net. Nervous moment there. Down low once again, Jackson Mayo. Trying to flip it back out to Callow on defense. Now gets it back. Jackson Mayo working it in the offensive zone. Down low again, a battle for it at the corner. Kicks all the way out through center ice, and a nice job by the Junior Canadiens to weather the storm there, get the puck out. Sema, and the shot is fired just wide as he threw it there. McNamara was in there as well. Played back the other way. Rago loses the puck through center ice. A chance in the front of the net, defended well there by the Vaughan Kings. Fired back, easy glove save there for Vaccari.
And I feel like anytime he's on the ice, we're talking about him. Anselmo Rago is so important to the way that this team plays. You saw him there in the offensive zone, causing havoc. He was knocking the puck down, winning it back for his players, and then he's back checking. He's working on both ends. He's playing a 200-foot game, and that's so important at this age level to be able to comprehend where you're supposed to be on both ends of the ice.
Played back in front once again, sticked away, and yeah, Rago, he's the hockey version, I guess, of like a utility guy, but he also provides quite a bit of offense for his team as well, which is so valuable. You can play him anywhere, and he'll play well. Puck flipped down low again, still in the zone of the Junior Canadiens. Throwing all the way back out, and that one's going to come all the way down the ice. No icing. It looks like that one was tipped off a stick. Behind the net, Colella flicks that one up. That one's past the shoulder there of Cole Barrett. Junior Canadiens have it once again, throwing out to center ice. Down low, odd man rush, played back to the front of the net. Shot there, and Branton, an awkward save, but he covered it up nicely.
Branton has been good. His team got him the lead back, and I mean, anytime he's seen the puck so far, he's been able to stop it. He's played very well. He's got a look of a goaltender who's confident in his crease, and that's important. We mentioned off the top, he's in a bit of a goaltending battle right now with Antonio Rizzo currently on the bench, and I mean, he's making his case for being the number one starter going forward if he continues to play like this.
Sturge has that puck go past him down low in the corner. Now he'll make up for it, get it back, throw it through center ice, but right back to a Junior Canadian outside the zone, though. They'll have to try and break back in. Battle for it out at center ice. Mason Vaccari is just about tested there, but that puck is off a defender's stick. I believe it was Sturge getting a stick in the lane, and a nice job by him.
And Sturge pretty quiet in the first two periods. We didn't call his name all that much, but in the third period, he's made his presence felt. He was keeping the puck in the offensive zone, but so far defensively is where he's made his impact, getting the stick into the lanes, blocking shots, and causing a little bit of trouble for the Junior Canadiens offense.
Puck flicked up. That one's going to go high over the net. Streetsy over to pick it up on the far wing. Chipped up in the air, battle for it at center ice. Who's going to come away with it? The Junior Canadiens do, but it's taken back the other way, flipped all the way down the ice. The arm of the referee is up, so this could be icing, and I don't believe it will be. Flipped out through center ice once again. Martino was trying to battle for that puck. Looks like he lost that battle there, breaking in the other way. Right to the middle, and it was Bruno, I believe, in front of the net, or McCary. Down low once again, McCary in front of the net. Throwing back, kept in at the blue line, though. A deflection there. Vaccari, that one's off his glove. Rebound in front of the net all the way back down the ice. I believe that's the first time we've seen a rebound get away there from Vaccari. But it was in a good area. Puck throwing out through center ice. In the neutral zone are the Junior Canadiens, but that one's going to get all the way down the ice, and a whistle.
Interesting call for icing there. It looked like the Junior Canadiens player might have beaten his man. You mentioned Vaccari. The rebound control has been good so far, and it's not just about knocking down all the shots and being able to stop them. If you are going to give up rebounds, they need to be pushed into the corners, away from those danger areas to try to clean things up in front of your net, and he's done that effectively so far.
I think the Junior Canadiens player there might have been offside, which would have negated the race for the icing.
And looks like we'll just come back to center. Yeah. Might as well restart it. It's a wash on both sides.
Draw at center ice is won by the Vaughan Kings, but turned over there by Lanni. Fired in front of the net. Coming back is Lanni to cover for him. Now played through center ice. Cole Barrett working his way in, but the puck didn't follow him as he got through, but a good defensive play by the Junior Canadiens to cut off the puck there. Now throwing back through center ice. Streaking through the middle was Romani. Now he'll come back. Shot to the middle. Fired. Gets through the legs of Vaccari. And Finn Harding has his second of the game.
Man, oh man, I mean, you're going to want that one back if you're Mason Vaccari. Harding is able to work his way through. We've seen his offensive potential so far. Finds himself in the right spot at the right time. He does like to carry the puck up here. And we can see it's pretty much a solo effort. Maybe fakes the drop pass as he comes in, just fires it on net. I don't know if that takes the deflection off of Kalela and changes direction. I doubt it, though. That's one that Vaccari is going to want to have back. You can see he's pretty frustrated with himself. And after a couple of really big stops in this game, that's a tough one to give up.
You know, the shot wasn't fantastic from Finn Harding. I don't think he meant to go 5-hole there, but the skating ability, which has been a knock on his game, has been pretty good. That's another game. That's another play where he's just had some strong skating, gets his way to the front of the net, past a couple defenders, and it's 3-1 for the Junior Canadiens. Played back once again behind the net of Vaccari, down low. Throwing out around the boards, played back to the middle. Shot fired up high. Bruno is battling for that puck in front of the net. Now he's down low. Puck in the neutral zone now, possessed by the Junior Canadiens. Throwing back down. Shot. That one goes off the side of the net, wide of Vaccari. Anselmo Rago battling for the puck. Flipped up in the middle. Dangerous opportunity in front. And Malkhassian there, or Bruno I should say. And he just about had an opportunity to pot one, but it puts it wide. Line change on the defensive side of things, and a forward for the Vaughan Kings. There's a bit of a scuffle in front of the net, but the puck is covered up there by Josh Branton.
And it looked like to be Rago there trying to, jam away the puck there in front of Branton, and he's going to go get a line change, having a conversation with the referee. A little bit of discouragement there, as with a play like that in a game scenario like this, maybe one or two more of those plays can result in a pretty big scuffle between these two teams. And the Vaughan Kings must be frustrated because they've seen their goaltender make a lot of great saves, and that last goal that he gave up wasn't necessarily the hardest one he's faced so far, and it's tough to try to battle back when your goaltender gives up one like that.
Puck kept in at the line by the Vaughan Kings. It was Cole Barrett. Now it's played back through center ice over the neutral zone for the Junior Canadian. Shot there, far just wide of the net. Bruno, his second opportunity in the last minute, and that one just passed his stick wide. It was a wide open net on the right side of Vaccari. Junior Canadian still on it though, pressuring her in the offensive zone, up 3-1, 7:50 to go here in this third period. Puck flipped back and just out over the line from the Junior Canadians. Now they're in the neutral zone, fired across. Down low once again, Kalela and Callow out there, but a whistle. This one's going to come all the way back for an icing.
And Frankie Bruno, another guy that doesn't receive a lot of admiration on this Junior Canadiens team. He doesn't have some of the size or the production that some of his counterparts do. He's not exactly the biggest player on the ice, but he's found himself in the right scenario so far, and two very good opportunities in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, he's been all over the play. He's found his way to the front of the net tonight. Just yet to pot one. McCarry's going to take the draw for the Junior Canadiens as we have a little bit of a pause right here. 33 shots on goal. Good offensive production so far from the Canadiens.
And you have to consider how many shots that the Vaughan Kings have blocked early on. We saw a lot of bodies out in front, stopping the pucks, cutting off those shot lanes. And I mean, maybe that total is a little bit higher if if the defenders for the Kings aren't in the right spot at the right time.
So what are the Junior Canadiens doing so well right now? We've seen them be up 3-1 on the score sheet, but what's going on for them?
I think the offensive tenacity has been one of the big keys. I mean, you got players like Harding and Wilson on the back end. They make it so easy for forwards to jump up because they know that there's going to be a defensive presence in case one of them gets caught out.
Looks like we're just about set to drop the puck once again. Pinelli will take the draw against Anselmo Rago. You know, another thing about Rago as well, we've seen him play a lot of different possessions or a lot of different positions off the faceoff. Sometimes he'll be taking the faceoff, sometimes he'll be going to the front of the net for a faceoff play.
And he's one of those players, we mentioned the versatility, he can take draws, and one of the more interesting scenarios that I've seen him line up in is he's a little bit to the left or to the right of the actual circle, because maybe the coach, Peter Sarno, wants him to be able to receive that puck first and set up the play, because we've seen his ability at backing up with the puck, and we can see here he's going to be taking the draw instead of the guy they're trying to set up.
Puck played down low. Giacomo Martino, that one's going to get past him, fired out through center ice all the way down. Play for Vaccari here, as he just about had to be sharp on that one. Played down low. A backhand shot, trying to get it out. They finally will. Junior Canadiens maintain possession again, trying to get another offensive zone push here. Fired up through center ice. 7:15 to go in this period. Behind the net, the top prospect, our top 5 prospect potentially, Carson Raykop. Had that one behind the net for the Junior Canadiens. Shot there, and that one looks like a blocker save from Josh Branton all the way back down on through the ice. Sturge is going to try and defend Raykop there. Nice little move, fires a shot to the middle. And there's the skating ability and the shot as well from Raykop. Has the puck once again. Keep an eye on number 16 for the Junior Canadiens as the puck is flipped back through the center of the ice. Rago brings it back the other way. Full line changes now for both teams. Sapino. Down low, Callow is going to try and check that one out of the zone. Can't quite do it. Tied up. 2 Junior Canadiens. 2 Vaughan Kings battling for the puck in the corner. Finally, it comes loose. It was tied up at the boards, now brought out of the zone. Possession still with the Junior Canadiens, dictating the pace of play right now. Perrick in front of the net. Fair, his number 91 counterpart, brings it back the other way. Through center ice, all the way down in the zone, below the net, past the crease of Josh Branton. Slap shot from the point, and Branton gloves that one.
It's been comfortable for Branton. That glove is really working for him so far. I mean, if it's to his left, to his right, or right in the middle. It's interesting that a goaltender is going to opt to use the glove when that puck seems to be coming into the chest, and maybe you question how comfortable he is knocking that puck down and sealing it against his pads.
Yeah, that's a good point. His rebound control has been good tonight. 1 goal on 27 shots. Definitely getting it done. But an interesting thing to think about. Right in front of the net. Branton looking for that one. Can't find it. Rago. Playing it in the corner. Down low once again. Right out to the middle. Branton looking for a poke check there. But Streetsy got it by the stick of him. Just about a dangerous opportunity. Maybe trying to bank it off that stick. And the Junior Canadiens once again with a little bit more pressure. Cut off at center ice by the Kings. Down low. Rago chasing the puck. Lanni looking to keep that one in at the line. Rago has it down low again. Working with it in the corner. Trying to find a man in front of the net. Jackson Mayo is there. Played back in front and coming all the way back down the ice for the Junior Canadiens. Bruno looking for a goal. He's got a ton of opportunities this game. A battle for the puck. Bruno wins that battle. Throws it back to the point. Finn Harding fires a shot. That one just goes wide, looking for a tip in front of the net. Down low. Frankie Bruno. Battle for the puck. Bruno and Mayo will collide here. Now it's Finn Harding firing that one just up high in the net. Not sure if Vaccari got a blocker on that one. That one was top corner bound. Played through center high off the glass and flipped out at center. That one works. Martino will bring it back the other way for the Kings. Martino in the corner. Working his way in. Played down low. Shot fired up through the middle, all the way down the ice. Raykop, and it's not going to be able to kept in. Raykop out there as well. Malkhassian. Play it across. Raykop fires a shot. That one's off a shin pad there of Callow. Down low again. Back to the point. Finn Harding will elect to let this one come out as Giacomo Martino battled for that one. Raykop If you don't see the number on Raykop's back, you can tell he's one of the bigger guys out there. Fantastic puck skills. We've seen him get into the play, all but score a goal this game so far. Played back through the middle once again. Backhand shot to the middle, up in front, and Josh Branton had to be sharp on that one as he's knocked down in front of the net by McIsaac. Played all the way down the ice once again. Down low, trying to work it out of the zone of the Vaughan Kings. Played back, battle for it in the neutral zone. Who's going to come away with it? Shot there up high, and nice glove save once again by Vaccari.
Man, are you sick of talking about Anselmo Rego yet? Because I'm not. This kid is so good both ends of the ice. I mean, a tremendous solo effort there. We've seen how creative he can be with his puck handling skills to the back end of the forehand. He's got that ability to move around his defenders without needing to be the biggest guy, and that's an important skill to have.
Yeah, we have mentioned him a lot, but we do that because he's on the ice a lot. He's played, it almost seems like every other shift this game. Fantastic stamina to add on to that list of attributes that we've mentioned before as this puck's all the way down the ice. Looks like it's going to be another icing.
Yeah, and we can digress from Rego for a second to talk about the players on the defensive end. I think Darren, Kallela, and Lanni especially have played a great role in blocking shots. I've seen a ton of opportunities for the Junior Canadiens to try to put the puck on net, but they've had their shin pads in there, they've had a stick in there, they've been able to knock players off the puck, and that's so important for defenders to get into those shooting lanes.
And McIsaac as well, you'll see him play the point on the power play. Things will run through him if it's not Rego. Him and Rego playing on the power play unit. Another whistle and a face-off. Looks like it's going to be to the left here of Vaccari. Junior Canadiens have 3 minutes and 8 seconds to kill off in this game, or they can try and get some more offense. But time is certainly winding down here for the Vaughan Kings as the faceoff is tied up in the offensive zone. And the Junior Canadiens would be happy just to play the rest of this game, cycling the puck down low as it's now thrown all the way back down by the Vaughan Kings, who are definitely going to need to start pressing. Not sure, Liam, at what time do you pull the goalie here if you're the Vaughan Kings?
I mean, it'll be interesting to see what Peter Sarno decides to do. We saw earlier that, he's not necessarily going to jump at the opportunity to pull his goaltender to get an extra man out there. Maybe he'll opt to use 4 forwards and 1 defenseman, as we've seen before, and it looks like there's going to be a penalty call here. So it'll be a little bit tougher now for the Vaughan Kings. It looks like one of their men is going to be going off, at least for the moment. I'm not sure. Yeah. It doesn't appear to be a penalty call. Excuse me.
I think it was offside there. That would have been killer at this stage in the game for the Vaughan Kings. So fortunate that it wasn't, as the puck is played down low. Fair, trying to get that puck in, but the Junior Canadiens will get it back out. The neutral zone trap is so effective. As a big hit there by Malkhassian as he went into the boards. Not the guy you would expect to be throwing the body around, but he did it there. Puck is flipped up all the way down the ice. There's an icing, and here's an opportunity, potentially a goalie pull now.
Yeah, and as I was mentioning before, Sarno not necessarily going to jump towards having an extra attacker out there. Instead, he'll mix in a couple of forwards and just 1 defenseman, and it'll typically be Lanni on the back end, and Rego will probably be his defensive partner in that scenario. And I mean, we've mentioned a lot of the same players on the Vaughan Kings a lot tonight, but there's been a good deal of cycling the lines so far for the Junior Canadiens, and maybe that's what's led to their success.
Puck flipped down. Fortunate that the goalie was not pulled there. 2 minutes to go here in this third period. 29-37, the shots on goal in favor of the Junior Canadiens as they lead this one 3-1. Puck is tied up in the neutral zone, played down low once again. Fired on net and a goal! What a shot there. It looked like it was Ben McIsaac. And just like that, it's 3-2.
Yeah, and this play starts in the neutral zone. Supino wins the puck, and then Lanni is able to take that puck up. He gets tied up by his defender, but a smart play to kick that puck forward, hopefully towards one of his own players. And he's fortunate that McIsaac is there to pick the puck up, and he walks around Branton. That's not necessarily a goal I'd expect Branton to give up in this game. He's been so good, especially on that glove side. And just like that, the Vaughan Kings, with 1 minute and 54 seconds left in this game, have an opportunity to tie things up.
Okay, here we go. Ben McIsaac makes it 3-2, 1-goal game, and just like that, there's a lot of time left in this game. As the Vaughan Kings will see if they can use some of that momentum that Ben McIsaac has just given them. Puck is played down low. Now they're in the offensive zone, pressing pretty hard now. Now the goalie pull might come a little bit later. 1:35 to go. Here come the Junior Canadiens back the other way. Out in front of the net, possession held there. Raykop wires a shot high and wide. Puck is flicked up in the middle through the legs of Supino, but that's an effective play. Gets into the zone, cut off by the Junior Canadiens. Down low, shot there to the middle, right out in front. Working his way to the middle is Wilson, and he scores! 4-2 lead now, and that should do it. What a play by Darren Wilson, toe dragging his way to the middle, and a fantastic goal from him and the Junior Canadiens.
We've seen the defensemen jump up in the rush. They haven't been afraid to announce their presence in the offensive zone. This is a tremendous play by Wilson. As we can see here, the initial stop made by Vaccari, kicking the puck out into the corner, he thinks, but Wilson's able to drag around Rego and Isaac and bury the puck there. We mentioned that Rego has the ability to play on the back end, but not necessarily the smartest play there as he gets in the way of the defender. Instead of playing the body, it looked like he was trying to fish the puck out of the net before the puck was even in the crease.
Yeah, Rego, Isaac, and Vaccari, as it was potentially going to be a great defensive play if one of them could have got a stick on it, but Darren Wilson, don't see offense from him every day, but boy, that's a big goal for the Junior Canadiens as it pretty much ices this one with 47 seconds to go as they have possession in the offensive zone. Do the Junior Canadiens. Raykop out there to probably finish off this game. Their top prospect, Cho, as well, and oh, here we go, a bit of a battle here in the corner.
And this is what you need to avoid. For these young players, it can be difficult to deal with scenarios like this because you just gave up a crushing goal, and getting into the corners there and roughing things up isn't necessarily the way that you want to go about things if you're trying to prove yourself as a player who can deal with pressure.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. And the Junior Canadiens and Darren Wilson, give credit to them. When you get scored on late in the game to make it a one-goal game, those are some nervous times. But, man, they kept their composure right away, and it looks like this game is going to end now as a celebration for the Junior Canadiens. But, Liam, a fantastic performance from the Junior Canadiens, and, not bad by the Vaughan Kings as well, but this game really showed why they're some of the top two teams in this league.
Yeah, exactly. There's offensive potential both ways. There were some great defensive plays. And I think you should hang a star on Josh Branton in this one. He was so important to the way that the Canadiens were able to push forward with their offense. They didn't have to worry about if the puck got towards the net because they knew that Branton was going to be there to stop the puck. He stopped pretty much everything he saw in this game, spare for that goal near the end, but his offense picked him up for sure, showing him that they had his back.
Yeah, Jackson Mayo stepping up in this game as well. I believe he was taking the place of Stefan Fergioni, who's a big offensive player for the Vaughan Kings. But nevertheless, the Junior Canadiens were certainly the stronger team today. 38 shots on goal as we take a look at the third period scoring summary.
In that third period, things pretty even. No penalties to go around, and the shots almost identical. But the scoreline is the difference maker, 4-2 for the Junior Canadiens. Power play opportunities the same for both sides. It was a pretty disciplined game after it looked like things were going to get chippy early, but they reined things in, and it was obvious that the break in between the second and third period with the flood helped the Canadiens' legs.
Yeah, a strong third period for both teams as we take you to the end of this one. The Junior Canadiens and the Vaughan Kings. The Canadiens win 4-2 from Thomas West and Liam Crothers. We'll see you next time.